Hey guys, in today's video we are going to take the Xmaxx and we're going to see how many 1x4s it can smash through. I've got 10 of them set up already. At first I'm going to do 5. I'm going to see how it does with 5 of them, and then I'm going to put 10 in here and I'm going to see what it does with 10. Originally I was going to put 1 board and break through it, then 2 boards, then 3 boards, and progressively add boards to it, but wood isn't free and that gives a lot of opportunity to have the Xmaxx have a critical failure. Like I don't want to break like a bulkhead or a front differential or something like that, or an A-arm coming through these boards. So I want to just give it 2 really good tries to see what happens. Now these boards are all 2 feet long and there's 4 inches between each board. So I wanted some space so that the momentum wouldn't die right away. If you have a lot of boards really close together, I know it's going to stop it like pretty quickly, and that's not what I'm looking for. The way I have this set up, these cinder blocks are going to stop this from sliding backwards, and this cinder block is going to make sure this stays down. Now I was going to maybe nail these all in there, but I don't think that's a very good idea. I don't want nails going everywhere. So I'm gonna have the cinder block. It's probably gonna fall down and that's okay, but hopefully it holds it down so when the Xmaxx plows through here, it's gonna, break the boards and this is gonna prevent the top of it from coming up. This is clamped on there. I wasn't gonna screw this together. I have this clamped just in case I need to take it apart or, fix something or do something like that. Hopefully it doesn't break this bottom brace, which this is probably the weakest part of the frame. I have it as a 1x4, really thin, so the Xmaxx can go over it pretty easily. I didn't want to do a 2x4. I thought that was just too big of a board for the Xmaxx to plow over, but yeah, hopefully that works out. Now you may be wondering why I'm doing this, and honestly sometimes I wonder why I do the things I do as well. I really like videos like Mythbusters, Because Science, the slow-mo guys. I like it when someone takes something and they say, hey, what happens if you do this with this? And that's probably the thing I watch most on YouTube. I really like videos like that. They're kind of educational, they're fun, and they answer questions that no one's asking, right? That's the kind of stuff that I like. And also another thing, I want to demonstrate just how dangerous these RCs can be and how much destructive power they really have. I think people underestimate how dangerous these things can be, and they give them to inexperienced drivers sometimes. And I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to be aware of how dangerous they can be and how you need to be careful with them. You need to be responsible with them, and that is why these RCs are not made for small children. We have that whole COPPA thing going on right now, and people are going to mistake these big Xmaxx RCs for little kid RCs, and they are not designed for small children. Now, I think it is important to demonstrate just exactly why you keep these out of the hands of inexperienced drivers. I got a GoPro Hero 8 riding shotgun on the Xmaxx. It has a special stabilization mode, so whenever the Xmaxx jars around, it stabilizes the footage and gives us some really cool shots. Before we get started, I want you guys to take a guess of how many boards this thing's gonna break through. Remember, we're gonna do 5 boards, and then we're gonna, man, the wind's picking up. We're gonna do 5 boards and then 10 boards. Now I want you guys to take a guess how many you think it's gonna break through. Is it gonna break through 1, 2, 7, all of them? I wanna know. Leave your guesses down in the comments below. You don't get a prize or anything. I'll give you a thumbs up. That's about it. But I want you guys to take a guess. I think it's gonna go through 4, and I think the 5th board is gonna stop it. I want to go through all of them, but I really think it's gonna go through 4 boards, and I think it's gonna lose the momentum and it's not gonna be able to make it through that 5th board. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I guess we're gonna find out. Before we do it for real, I'm gonna do some practice runs. I'm gonna practice driving the Xmaxx down and coming through that frame. I don't wanna make a mistake and come off to the side or anything like that, lose control of it. If I hit, those boards with the tire, I could potentially break the Xmaxx. If I hit this frame over here, that will definitely break something on the Xmaxx. So I need to go straight through and make sure I hit that center bumper on all those boards. All right, guys, 5 boards. Let's do it. I gotta stop being nervous for a second. All right, baby, here we go. That was amazing! That was so cool! Look at this! Look at this! I can't believe it did it. This didn't fall, surprisingly. I can't believe that held up. Look at that. Man, the camera came down, that's okay. Like, that was awesome. There's bits of wood everywhere. That was so cool. Man, that was crazy. They hurt the Xmaxx. You see that came out, that's fine. Bumper and stuff. I can't even tell where it hit. Did it hurt anything? I don't think it hurt anything. Let's take the body off. That was so cool. Man, that was awesome. That was so awesome. I see nothing broken. Is nothing broken? You are one tough cookie. I repositioned the camera. I put it back here. Hopefully it stops it from going forward. I really want to, you know, get a view of it going through those boards from the Xmaxx perspective. So, you know, having it over here, I didn't realize it was going to go forward like that. I didn't know it was going to slow down the Xmaxx so much that it would throw the camera forward like that. I wish I had known. I wish I had known. Well, now we know. Hopefully we get a better shot this time. All right, guys, here we go. All 10 bores line up. I think it's going to go through all 10 of them. I know I said it'd only go through 4, but apparently that just won't stop the Xmaxx. Let's see what it does. Woo! All right, let's take a look at the destruction. So it went through 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them didn't get taken out. So I went back and looked at the footage. It was actually, it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's not the result that I wanted, but it looked amazing. That looked so cool. It really did. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna go through any more than that, because as the boards break, they fold down and they create a ramp, and that caused the Xmaxx to come up, and that's what did it in. Let's get the body off and see if anything was hurt. I'm kind of worried about the batteries, because if they stop suddenly like that, they will squish the front of them. They look fine to me. Let's see, the all the axles, drive shafts look good. The bumper looks good. I don't see anything broken. That is awesome. Man, this thing is just unkillable, isn't it? I don't see anything broken. Everything looks fine. The shocks look good. Everything feels good. Now I'm going to test out a theory. I believe if there was enough space between the boards, it would have went through all 10 of them. So what I'm going to do, I would like to do 10 boards again, but I think it would be a wasted effort. I'm going to put a really big space between these 4 boards, which is, you know, as big a space as I could do. And I want to see if it will go through all of these and see how much it lifts the front end up. Because I noticed on both attempts, the front end comes up. If you notice on the first attempt, it actually jumps out of the back of this little setup I got going on. So I think if there's no space between these 4 boards, maybe it won't come off the ground like it did on that 10 board attempt. The Xmaxx is not going to have a passenger this time. This camera didn't stay on either. Well, I guess it stayed on the first time, but it floated over and you get to see anything. The second time it came completely off. I don't think that this camera is going to stay on. I don't know, you'd have to mount it on there more securely than the little sticky pads or what have you. It just isn't strong enough to stay. It's actually pretty heavy. Like, I know the GoPros are small, but they weigh so much for their size, especially in this protective case. If I took it out of the case, it'd really reduce the weight, but that would expose it to the ground, and I don't want to smash this camera on the ground. It holds it really well when it's inside this case, but you take it out of this case, it's not that durable. All right, here we go. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned. It broke both of those. Thought that was pretty interesting. And the board over here landed way over here and didn't break it. So you see it's got some damage on it. That looks like it's where it hit it. And of course it didn't keep the nose down again. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to go through those boards without lifting the front end of the Xmaxx up. So let's see how it came out. I don't think I broke anything. I was actually worried because I didn't hit it very straight, not as straight as I wanted to. And I was worried I was going to break something over here. So that looks good to me. Yep, everything still looks solid. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this Xmaxx is a lot tougher than I thought it was. This thing is so tough. I was actually going to go to the hobby shop and buy the front bumper, all the supports to it, A-arms and everything else in anticipation of breaking something doing this, and I didn't break anything. Now, whoa. I have not broken anything on this Xmaxx except the body, but once I've reinforced it, it's holding it pretty well. I haven't broken any A-arms, nothing. This thing is like indestructible. Not really, but it is really tough. It's way tougher than I thought it was, which is funny because my friend, he breaks his every time we go out and bash. Like every time he drives his Xmaxx, he breaks something. But you have seen what I've done in my videos, and I have not broken anything on this thing. It is absolutely crazy how durable this thing is. It is an absolute beast. It really is. It's awesome. And I know people tear up the tires on these things, and what's funny is the tires actually come off the wheels pretty often on this thing. I just glue it back and they hold up. I haven't had to replace tires. I'm still on the stock tires. I bought this thing in like what, March. I'm still running the same tires on this thing. It is holding up fantastically. I am really surprised that I wrote nothing on it today. That was pretty cool. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. What do you think? Did the Xmaxx hold up better than you think? Did it go through the amount of boards you thought it would? Or are you surprised by the results? I'm surprised by the results. I didn't expect the boards to pile up like that and throw the Xmaxx into the air, or make it come off the ground like that. That was really unexpected. But that's what you learn from these kind of things, and I thought it was pretty cool. I learned a lot. I had a fantastic time. Today was crazy. I loved it. I really did. But you know what, if you like my content, subscribe to the channel. I see a lot of people, they watch my videos, they don't subscribe. If you subscribe to the channel, it helps it grow. It helps it out so much. And the more you guys help me grow, the more views I get, the more dumb things like this I can do for you guys. And that's the kind of stuff I would like to do, stupid stuff like this. But I guess that's all I got to say. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys later.